Welcome back to the stream, everybody. I think Sean fell in at one point, but we made it back.
Wait, what? Huh?
You're gone a long time. It's all good. So, the five of you have successfully defeated these crazy mud-like elemental creatures, full of ore in their core, as you sit here in this deep cave once again. And what do you do after you finish your rest?
How are you feeling, Villa?
Is 13 enough to make the con save against the poison?
13 is... Yes, I believe so.
Okay.
I have to go look it up again, but yes, I believe so.
Okay. Then I'll say I make my con save over the rest, and I'll be like, better. I don't know if the mold is an elemental the way the rest of these are. It's possible we should check it out, but maybe someone with a bit more fortitude should check one of those patches out.
Yes,
Well, I could try
13
burning it
pieces.
away later, but I'll need to have a bit more of a rest than this to do that.
I look
Well,
when he says that. I just look at Rose.
I just squint as you say burn away. I'm like,
And Villith will be like, I see what you mean. It really is his solution to everything, isn't it?
Right? But look, it's mold, right? If I set it on fire, like, do you want to pour water on it?
you could get some what is it? It's called chlorite, and then soak that in water, and you get this thing called chlorine, and then you throw it on it.
What the hell are you talking about? What even is this?
Just science.
If this was something- I was gonna say,
chemistry,
if it was Subnautica,
the
it
new
makes
wizard
me
class.
cool.
Anywho, I can shoot arrows at it. If it moves, then we know it's a thing. If we kill
Right.
it, maybe it won't spore anymore.
I mean, I could also just drop a big sphere of fire on it and just kind of roll it around until it's all burned away.
But I don't feel like waiting 8 hours for that to happen.
Right. So
I'll
right now, how about we
just
just
stop
go with birth?
waddling into this direction.
Greg,
Are you
can-
still in badger
slowly.
form?
Oh yeah, for
All
like
right.
10 more minutes or
I'm
5
so
more minutes.
The badger, you spent about 10 minutes. At the end of this long rest, I think we probably have burned through our hour.
That's
here, or
fine
short
by me.
rest. You've taken some time to like heal up your wounds. You've taken about 10 minutes, and we're ready to move on. I think at this point the hour has passed since the last combat of the
Excellent.
pre-cave.
Yeah, short
All
rests
right.
are an hour, so
They're
we better.
10 minutes, so for
In
our
Greg.
So I guess after you turn the corner, the badger has disappeared and Rose is just walking normally.
for our game, Sean,
you
they're-
speeding up the
they're
short
10
rest or
minutes. I am
something?
speeding up the short rest.
Okay.
Yes.
Greg, Villith would like to kind of look around this chamber and search it and see if there's any reason that the mephits were in here specifically. If there's anything.
Sure. Give me an
drawing this
investigation of this area.
Okay. 1d20.
They're
plus
looking for more gemstones so they can repopulate.
25.
Your friend Sambar isn't entirely wrong. You see that in these little areas here, there is a vein of like mineable stone, very reminiscent of the onyx. It's not cut and precious stone. It's the like ore essentially of the semi-precious gem mixed in with the rock, and they seem to have been eating it in these places. And in the walls, as you look around where it's been scooped out, you do find some remnants of the similar ore, although it's all but gone from the walls in this room. Mostly
Is any of it loose? Can
define loose, right? Like, can you
Like-
pick it up with your hand? No.
Yeah.
If you like
Can I
dug
pick
it
it
out
up?
with a tool, definitely.
I don't think I have a. What do I
Let
have?
me. Anybody got a dungeoneering kit? 'Cause
No,
that
I
comes
don't have a
with-
crowbar or anything.
Oh, we should let him buy it. It was expensive.
You know who probably could get some loose? Janlar could just shatter the thing.
He thinks about
Maybe on the way out.
Yeah.
covering rocks. Yeah, no. You guys can hear me fine, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay. My headset's doing a weird thing where it feels like it's muted, but it's not. I don't know.
Mhm.
Just don't touch it. It's working.
Yeah.
Just don't break it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't
Right.
mess with anything.
All right. Yeah. No, I'm not gonna shatter these walls. Got it.
All right.
All right. I guess I'll stealth since I'm at the front of the party. again,
Mm-hmm.
and I will move up to here.
Okay. As you begin moving that direction, the kind of acrid stench that was reminiscent of the first ooze that you saw back to the west of the cave begins to fill your nose again, pungent and strong and acidic. As you
I
kind
just
of
look back at the party, and I just like put my finger on my nose.
yeah. As you stand in this area to kind of investigate a little bit, you see that the stench and the smell kind of comes from this side of the cave, and there's this path down here that seems to be acid stench free.
All right, well, I'll lead the charge.
All right. As you begin walking down there, you begin feeling and hearing a prickling sensation, like through the air, almost like static electricity magic. And as you turn into this corridor for the first time, right, you begin making your way like through this passage. The marks on your skin burn stronger, and you feel the marks begin to tell you of the magic of the rifts. As you step far enough closer, and those of you with dark vision specifically, you see on the ground here, inside this cave, there's this circle of magic glowing, and inside of it, there's this like swirling energy mixing with the floor and the walls of the cavern, and inside of it, there's this small kind of rumbling that you hear.
I look back at Janla. Professor, can you dispel it?
Spelling magics is still beyond my capability. And I don't think we need a spell to tell that there's magic here.
Can you, like, rub out a rune or something? Like, I don't know how this works.
Is that what the wizards are calling it these days?
Yeah.
All right.
I guess I'll look at it and try to see if anything. I mean, I'll go
Okay.
search it closer.
All right.
Yeah,
You're gonna like walk forward and investigate the magic circle. All right.
Yeah.
So as you approach, you see that as you are standing there watching it, the like rock from the ceiling and from the walls is like falling into this as the like rumble happens, and it's twisting and churning, and it's slowly forming like a creature inside of it. You're seeing it slowly grow in front of your eyes as you stand here investigating it. It seems to be kind of turning into like small hand-like features out of stone, just slowly over time growing into the center of this steadily, like second by second, getting a little bit bigger, a little bit more refined. The magic itself is rune based. There's magical runes written into this circle that are not a language per se. This doesn't remind you of the Fey language that you've seen or from the infernal writings on the blade. This is the language of magic itself. It is etched into the fabric of the reality here. Go ahead and give me an Arcana intelligence check as you view this magic circle.
Arcana is something I'm proficient in, so that's should be good. With the writing, you said, is that writing like in like an ink, or is it carved into the stone?
It's like pulsating like magic. It's
okay.
like it is in itself the fabric of magic.
Okay.
And that's about all that you learn from
Yep,
it.
that's all I can learn
Yep,
from it.
that is about all the information that you glean as you sit here and watch this.
I think I'm probably just so enamored by the thing growing inside. Maybe I even step back as I see it because I get a little scared.
Yeah, as he's done inspecting, I'm like, you might want to hop back and let me get in the way.
Mm-hmm.
It appears that this might be at least a partial source of the elementals here.
Can I see this?
Yes, as you look over to the side, you see a shaft of stone that leads vertically straight down. off tucked in the corner.
Okay. And I look back at the rest and I'm like, are we going to stick around and kill whatever comes out of this runic circle, or are we going to just leave?
Well, if I had
For all
to
of eternity,
venturing a guess, I'd say all the other creatures that are consuming the stone are giving this thing life. It's being built up by what's around it, right? That'd be my guess. So maybe we have to leave it be for now, and attempt to kill off the other creatures in this place. Perhaps that'll stop its growth.
If Janlar can't break the circle by destroying or defacing some of the runes.
I just look at you. You've got a magic dagger. Can you do it?
I look at it and I say, I could try, but and I hold the blade up and I'd have to recharge it, and I don't know a lot about magic.
I don't think
I have a
any.
feeling the magical runes are going to be a little more difficult to destroy with physical means. I think we'll just leave this alone until either we've gained strength or
The OP boss comes out of it.
stopped it from other means. Didn't we hear something to the north?
I was gonna say there's more cave to explore still.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, let's head up, see if we can find another group that I still think it might be being built up by the other creatures that are.
Or do we want to go down into this cave?
Okay.
Man, Philip cannot roll a stealth check to save.
Oh, are we going south or north? What are we
tonight.
doing?
Did I miss it? What is this thing?
Is a
Sorry.
shaft in the
The
stone. A stone shaft leading vertically straight down.
Is it in the graphic? It looks like a man-made mine shaft type thing. Is it?
It does appear to be more man-made than the rest of this cave. Yes.
Okay.
Is there like a ladder down it, or is it just a
No.
no?
It's a
Says
sheer stone shaft.
Could we drop a light down there? Visibly?
Maybe. Should we just go north for now and then worry about the shaft later?
Yeah, it seems like let's make sure nothing comes up behind us. Bill's gonna get here, see that other patch of mold, and immediately about face and come back down.
Yes. All right.
Peek around, just nope.
Nope.
All right, let's go
Point
this
up
way.
there, be like, more mold, not going that way.
All right, so there's mold near here, but if we just stick to this wall right here and move up quickly, I think we'll be able to dodge it for the most part. Just don't stay near it for long.
Yeah. Villith will just hold her breath as she walks in the.
Yeah, gonna take a deep breath and start just kind of moving at a nice quick pace up north like this along this wall.
All
and
right.
keep on going.
You begin walking through that path. As you walk through it, the stench and the acidic ooze of both of these kind of fill your nostrils, and it stinks and it burns.
Or it would if we were breathing.
Yeah, I specifically help my breath for that.
Yeah, it penetrates through, right? Like you can't stop yourself from having air come through you, right?
Can you not hold your nose?
You can do this. You're still going to get air particles through. Regardless, it smells bad, and you move through it. Like, chill. Allow for some flavor, my man. All right. You walk through the cloud of stank through here and arrive on the other side.
So it looks like we need to head along this way.
Does this whole big like gladiator pit that we're in right now, does this look carved by something too?
This looks much like the rest of the cave does. There's just
Okay.
torn and wrenched out of the walls.
Do we hear anything coming from either of these directions?
You are just kind of sitting in the center here. Go ahead and give me a perception check as you listen. Rose, you probably don't want to stand where you are. We've established
never mind, it's a minus
15
one.
feet
So it's
is
15
a
actually.
dangerous place to be next to those things.
Oh, I did not catch that.
Sorry, that's actually a 15. Not a 19.
Okay, so you rolled a 15 as you listen. From over here in this cavern, you hear grinding and a scraping as well. And just faintly from this direction over here, bouncing off of the walls, there's something else. Not grinding, not scraping. Dare I say, gibbering. A strange and unearthly noise.
I hear more
guess-
scraping to the east and other noises to the west.
I say west.
Suggest her to follow me on east, and we'll clear it. It doesn't look like a very long cavern.
Okay, so we're doing east first. All right.
Yeah, we're
We
closer.
wouldn't really have any way of knowing
Oh, well, what we
whether
can
the
do-
cavern looked long or
I can
not.
just see here. Oh, you can't see where I'm pointing.
Let's take a look.
Like, I should be able to see this, right?
Right.
Mhm.
So, like,
You might want to move. There's mold to the south, Sandbar. You might want to come a little north.
oh, I thought I could smell something. I thought it was you.
Don't flatter yourself.
All right. As you turn this corner, Sandbar and Tom, you see the forms of more elementals standing next to the walls and attempting to basically tear out the ore that's inside of it and consuming it. They're much larger and not at all looking like the muddy, goopy things that you fought before. They look like smaller versions almost of the large creature that you met outside. These rocky, tough, shale-like things just reaching their hands into the stone and ripping
Okay.
parts out of it.
I look over
I'm gonna
at Tom.
chuck a javelin at one of these things and then take a step back and get ready.
Okay.
I was gonna say, Tom, I'm stealthing. You're breaking it, just standing there, dude.
Tom,
it's-
roll to hit, please.
All right, D20 plus 2. That is something that the roll 20 is thinking really hard.
Really hard about it.
There we go.
You
There we go.
definitely
That's
hit
probably a
it.
hit.
Yes.
For 6 points of damage,
For
and then I
6
take a
points
step
of
back
damage.
right here to get ready for them running forward.
Alrighty. It takes 6 points of damage, and with that, we're brought around to more initiative. So, you have chosen to engage these things. Let us fight. Roll initiative, everyone. 21 for Sambar.
I'm loving my initiative
19
rolls.
from Janlar. 17 for Villith. 15 for Rose. Tom, did you roll?
Oh, I haven't done initiative. What am I doing? 13.
13 for
Hey,
Tom.
we rolled in order, descending by 2.
Pretty sure.
All right, these things will go on 15. So
They should have
Sambar,
rolled 11.
huh?
I said they should have rolled 11.
That would have been good. Sambar, you are the first to go. After Tom throws his javelin, striking one of them, you have the chance to react as you've turned the corner and see these 3 creatures gnawing at the walls.
Have they noticed me with my 15 stealth?
Well, yes, basically. Once Tom attacked with you standing right next to him,
Yeah.
it became
Thanks,
clearly
Tom.
obvious that there were enemies there.
Yeah, I moved 20 feet up. Instead of pulling my bow or my spear this time, I learned from the big guys. Axe is where the way it goes. So I pull
Alright.
my
Please roll
and
to hit.
I will swing at this bad boy here for 19.
The 19 hits. For 10. It's incredibly effective, slashing through them, breaking away large chunks, and they take 20 points of damage, and are very hurt. You can tell that these do not quite have the bulk of their larger counterparts.
In that case, I'm gonna action surge,
Uh-huh.
get that hit of adrenaline, burn it early. Again.
All right,
Crit.
you oh my goodness, roll some gigantic damage.
Less damage,
For
apparently.
16 more damage, you hulk up and like take a second swing, and your axe comes crashing down, and just like it just turns to like sand as your axe axes through the entirety of this creature, dealing a just absolute metric shit ton of damage to it as it dies. Boom. That's over 40 damage in a round. All right. That brings us to Villith. No, Janlar. Janlar, you are hiding behind the wall. You hear the breaking of stone behind you as an enemy is turned to dust by the power of Sambar. What do you do?
And a mighty bleat.
And a mighty bleed.
Still nervous that Shatter will cause this place to cave in. I'm just gonna move around. Oh, somehow I grabbed them all. Don't need to do that. Move over here and cast Firebolt at this one.
Okay, you produce some flame and fire it at the creature. For 23, it strikes true, burning into its stony flesh and carapace. For 3 points of damage. It stops consuming its thing to turn at you. Now that brings us to Villith.
Okay. If you'll allow it, you'll see I rolled a D8 for charging the dagger right before everybody rolled initiative, as Sambar and Tom were sneaking up and getting ready to alpha these guys.
Sure, you rolled a 2, it looks like.
Yeah, Villith charged the dagger again, going, huh, great, more elementals.
Sweet. All right, you spend your hit dice of blood, take 2 points of damage, and your dagger drinks of it, and gets +1.
Yep. And then Villith will move up and attack this thing.
All right, excellent.
D20 + 6 to stab it with the dagger.
Wait,
That's
the
a
dagger
natural
does
1.
D8? Oh, no, you spend a hit die. Never mind. I
spend a hit die to charge it.
Yeah.
But I roll a natural 1 to attack.
All right. Yes, your dagger, despite its magical properties, is unable to pierce them. It just bounces off their stony hide. You didn't get a good enough thrust behind it.
And then I'll slash at it with the scimitar for 8, which will also miss.
All right. Yes, you flail ineffectually at it. The stone carapace bouncing your blades ineffectually off of it, which brings it to a tie between Rose and them. What's your dex mod? I have it.
Sorry,
written down.
+1. It's +1.
All right, they beat you. I thought they did, but I wanted to double check. So these things come to life and rush towards the two of you. Both of them reaching up to make their mighty slam attacks on you.
It's so cute.
Tiny slam.
I kind of want to keep one.
All right, a 10 against Sambar and a 14 against Villith. I don't believe either striking true. Their slow slams just are incapable of coming down on you with much force as you duck away. And that brings us to Rose. What do you do as you hear this calamity in the cave to the left of you?
I am going to move next to Chandler, and I'm going to conjure a pebble in my hand.
Okay.
Magical little pebble. And I'm gonna shoot it with my sling.
Nice.
At, I guess, this dude. Plus 2, 4 is plus 6. 19.
19 hits.
26.
Your
plus
magical pebble
plus
does what kind of damage?
bludgeoning.
Perfect.
I mean, it's magical bludgeoning. I don't know.
Right.
There have been discussions about how this spell works. 7.
7. All right. Your pebble magically impacts this thing, and with a mighty does 14 points of damage to it, and strikes it true. Ooh, it is not happy, but still alive. That brings us to Tom. You've seen this battle unfold after you began it. How do you follow it up?
Well, I don't have any spells, so I'm just gonna run up into melee right here and take
right.
a swing at this guy.
All right, you brandish your mace, striking at it.
17 is a hit, I assume?
17, that hits.
All right, takes 4 points of damage.
Your mace is very effective, and it takes 8 more points of damage as pieces come flying off of this like shale stone hide, and it roars. It's like bestial stone grating noise. Sambar, it is your turn again.
Okay. Give him a good out chopping, but I crit fail. so
No,
never mind.
you are unable to find any leverage to get in here now. The combat's too full. You can't swing fully with Villith and Tom standing next to you. You just can't quite get in there.
Gosh, guys, cramping my style.
And that leads us to Janlar.
I'm just gonna continue to attack with. Oh, I got kicked out of roll 20. So.
Janlar is currently disassociated from his
How
body.
did that possible? How's that?
They
Just
detect
do the next person and then go back to Janlar.
All right, Villith, what do you do?
All right, Villith will just attack the one in front of her that's not in front of anyone else.
Okay.
No, I can't do that because I've got 2 people on me. Villith will attack the one in front of Sambar, so I can still get sneak attack if I hit him.
All right. You turn to stab at the most wounded of them.
Yep. Plus 6. 18 ought to hit.
18 does.
1d4 plus 2d. I really need to macro this. 2d6 plus 4.
All right.
11
points of damage, which brings its total to a very hurt amount, but not to death.
And scimitar attack for 14.
Okay. 14 actually misses.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, your scimitar
Scimitar
glances off of the stone of this creature, unable to find purchase.
All right. And then Villith will move there. Get
All
out
right.
of.
Perfect. Janlar, what did you do before that happened?
I cast Firebolt again, and I miss.
All right. No, your fires are not burning strong enough to hurt these creatures. That brings it to their turn. They are going to continue their slams. This one turns again to face you, Villith, and attempts to slam you down, and there'll be another attack on Sambar. The attack on Villith is a 24. The attack on Sambar is a 10. Villith, you are going to take...
I like how your rolls are either stupidly good or just pitiful. You don't get 13s or like 12s. You just get like 18, 19, or 4.
Pretty much. You take 7 points of damage from the bludgeoning slam of this mighty fist down upon you.
Which one was this?
It was this one, yeah.
Okay. I'll Hellish Rebuke it. So it needs to make a
Ooh.
dex save.
Okay, it will indeed. It gets a +2, so it gets a 13, which I believe fails.
I think fail. No, yeah, it does. My
Yep.
spell save for that is 14, so it fails.
All right.
It takes 12 points of fire damage.
12 points of fire damage as you rebuke it in flames as they erupt around the creature as it smacked you. The other one flails harmlessly at Sambar, who's too nimble to be struck by the slamming fist. Rose, you see this all unfold in front of you. What do you do?
I'll shoot another. I'll shoot another stone. Not going close, so I'll shoot another stone at. Let's see. I guess this one this time. I'll do this one.
Okay. 14 misses.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, sadly,
That
your
is much better.
stone just kind of like skips off of it at an angle. You didn't get a solid enough strike, and it misses. That brings us to Tom.
Whack-a-mole.
Whack 'em.
That's a miss.
No, you can't find purchase on it. As you continue to like struggle between the wall next to you and Sambar next to you, you just can't get the right angle to strike this thing. Sambar, speaking of.
Let's exit some questions.
All right,
yeah.
you use the vacated space of Villith to swing in for 20 points of slashing damage, once again cleaving through it as it dies in a shower of shale and stones, and falls falls unmoving in front of your feet, bringing us to Janlar. What do you do?
Continue trying to firebolt this one.
All right. You
Actually, this time.
erupt the flaming sphere around it, engulfing it in flames. For 10 points of damage, It is bloodied. That brings us to Villith.
Is that the first time that Rose has seen Villith Hellish Rebuke? I think that's the first time.
I think so. I think I've seen you, like, you spit fire once after the contest, but yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah. So that's
I take it it's quite scary.
Yeah, it's the first time. The first time that Rose has seen that, like, Villith gets attacked, and as it happens, like, her eyes kind of flare, and this fire just kind of gushes out of the wound, like it was contained inside of her, and just bursts across this thing. And I'm sure Rose is just like, "Oh, good."
I think Rose kind of knew that you were had the ability.
Probably fire. It's still very surprising, I guess.
Yeah.
So I grab onto Janla's arm as he's casting the spell, and then I quickly let go again.
Yeah.
Like,
So Ken's gonna miss my stab attack against it.
Okay.
And so then I guess I'll just try and hit it with the old slasheroonie. Nope, that's
No,
natural
you
one.
fail to find purchase with your weapons as you slash against it. This thing is going to attempt to finish the job with its fist. For a 10 against you. It cannot hit. Bringing it to be Rose's turn.
right. Let's go. One more pebble.
One more pebble. Stone it to death. That
19.
definitely hits. If you roll high enough, you can kill it.
Let's see. 9 damage.
9 is
That
18. 18 is exactly enough damage as your
Nice.
pebble flies through, impacting it square in the center. Magic bursts around it, and this entire stone creature falls dead at your feet, unmoving in a pile of shale. Once again, the cave falls mostly silent, with
Looks
the
really
dripping
funny
of
'cause
water
it's at an
around
angle.
you.
So it's a plus sign instead of an X.
Do these have any form of?
Yes,
like,
as you
gemstone?
look through them, you see a slightly larger onyx gemstone at the core of their rubble pile.
Go and add those to the pile.
Yes, please.
Don't you find it weird that they all have these stones?
Well,
Villith goes, "We should have searched the first two that we fought.
Well, we got to go out that way anyway.
Yeah, we got time.
There's probably another way into this cave."
Yeah, but we don't have to exit that way. I want to grab a piece of, like, oh, they burst into sand, didn't they?
They're like shale, like flaky stone.
Yeah, I want to get a piece. I want to.
Okay.
Like an arrowhead piece. I want a trophy.
Sure. Yeah, you search around and find a piece that has been broken off of them that is roughly arrowhead shaped.
I don't want it to make an arrowhead, but like that size, you know.
Okay,
like-
yeah, easy. You find
an
yourself
inch.
a nice flake of elemental shale to keep as a trophy.
Okay.
Should we go and check that last direction?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Villith will sneak that way.
All right.
Villith,
You
maybe
begin
you should step back
sneaking
if you're a little
into
wounded.
the cave. Excellent. Yes. How far do you sneak up this thing?
Probably
I'll roll a
I'll
stealth. and-
start like here behind this. And then assuming she can't see anything
Uh-huh.
up to like in there,
Uh-huh.
then move farther forward up to the next corner
Okay. So as you
Here.
move,
and see. In
That
there.
looks like a treasure pile.
so you finish your movement here. No, you finish movement here. Perfect. As
Originally, yeah.
as you reach this part of the cave, the gibbering, chattering sound that you heard before begins to wash through you and over you. It just seeps into your brain, just over and over and over again. And I need you to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
20 plus. Nope. Not plus.
I was gonna say, I was like, you're a rogue. I doubt this is a plus.
Well, I mean, if I had better stats. 13.
Okay, yes. You steady your mind, and you continue to hear, but like you just push it to the back of your brain, and you still maintain your functioning.
Okay, so as I hear all of this, I'll definitely put a hand up to tell everyone else to stay back when I sneak forward. Can I see anything from here? Or no?
No, not quite. You just see the stone chamber.
Okay.
Back here.
Was the jabbering the attempt at affecting me? Was that a noticeable effect, or was that just?
Oh yeah, it's a noise. It's loud, and it's carried and reverberated through the stone, and you're finally hearing it at this point, and it rocks into your brain. You continue to hear it.
Okay. I'll go back and I'll inform these guys then that there's the closer you get, the louder the gibbering is, and it is heavily affecting.
Do you want me to go upset it so it doesn't jitter?
It's overwhelming, the sensory overload that it's creating.
I mean, Velith seems to have withstood it, so maybe she could distract it, and then when the gibbering stops, we all run in with support.
I can try.
I'll back you up.
I like this. I like this.
Can I make an insight check? Does the cleric actually plan on backing up the rogue, or is he just trying to...
Legit check, I think.
I mean, it's pretty plain in Tom's face. Like, he's not really much of a liar. He's like, yeah, we'll run in and back you up as soon as like the low gibbering that we can hear is gone, and it's replaced with like maybe a higher, angrier gibbering.
Okay.
We're gonna run in to help. That's the point.
All right. So Vilith will go back to the corner that she was at. Okay. Do I need to make another save, or?
Technically you re-entered the area, but I think you can just keep what you had. I think that's reasonable.
Okay. Then I'll move up to like here.
Okay.
And still can't see anything.
Are you gonna peek around the corner? Yeah. Like as you get there, your line of sight's blocked really. But if you peek around the corner.
Yeah. I'll do a little corner peek.
You see this creature. It is red and pustule and oozy. It's a slime. It is filled on every inch with jabbering mouths of sharp rows of teeth and eyes looking every which direction. It's more a puddle and a shapeless ooze than it is a creature of any kind. And it swirls and moves about inside of a kind of large runic circle, very similar to what you saw before. This one carved into the actual like wall of this chamber itself that you see along the back row. And as you begin to look around, you see this entire kind of like circled area here has these carved runes. As it circles about in here, you also spy this overturned chest, broken on the ground, with its contents spilling out. Many of the gold and silver and copper. As you look at it, you also tend to notice that the metals and things have been corroded and gooped. They don't seem to all be in good condition as this thing continues to chatter and move about.
All right, it doesn't seem to notice me?
Not yet.
Okay. Vilith is just going to about face and return to the group. and she's going to come back and she's going to steeple her fingers and kind of go, all right, so good news and bad news.
Mm-hmm.
There's just one creature.
Okay.
There is a chest which looks like it was full of treasure, which is spilled on the ground.
Mm-hmm. She
holds up the dagger. I don't think this is going to do anything to the creature.
Why is that?
Have I ever heard of a creature like this? Michael assumes it's a gibbering mouther, but Vilith may or may not have ever heard of such a beast.
Where would you might have heard of this? How does Vilith maybe know? What would have informed Vilith?
Vilith is very intelligent and probably did some studies, so maybe it's the sort of thing that they trained her that wizards would sometimes use as guardians, or potentially wizards would accidentally create when they were trying to do something else.
Some kind of like teaching that you had in the past from like maybe the Lamplighters or from the Seekers.
Yeah.
Okay, that sounds kind of like a history check to me. So I think if you're proficient in history, that's the type of thing that might give you a bonus here.
I'm not proficient in history.
Okay, so you don't get your proficiency bonus, I don't think, unless there's a skill you think might apply more.
I don't have any.
Okay.
I don't have any skills.
I think remembering something like that is intelligence based. So I think that this is
just
a
a straight intelligence roll
check
to see if Philip knows what it might be.
Yeah.
17.
Okay, you have heard of aberrations and abominations like this. Sometimes, yes, failed experiments in wizardry and magic can create them and they can go wrong, but also it's been thought that perhaps that whatever magic lets you walk between worlds and made the rifts also allowed strange things beyond understanding to kind of seep through as well. Whatever lived between worlds. And there's this thought that perhaps these strange, unknowing creatures could use rifts similarly to step into worlds that they don't belong to. Both of these thoughts kind of race through your brain as you hear about it. They have the ability to affect the mind and are, quite often considered very foully dangerous foes.
Okay. Yeah, so Villith will be like, I think it's some sort of extraplanar aberration. And lacking a physical form, I think it's some kind of magical beast. And while the dagger might hurt it some, I suspect it would be far more dangerous to me than I would be to it.
Well, with 5 of us together?
I look at you and I say...
I can blast it with one bit of magic I have in reserve.
I was going to say, do you have any magical energy left?
Yes, I can make a burst of light that will...
Does Janlar hear this? Yeah, Janlar laughs if you say you have any magical energy left. Of course.
I assume Janlar has plenty. I haven't seen Rose using too much, so I assume...
I'll say potentially helping us or harming us. It is contained inside of a runic circle similar to the one we found in the other corner. This one, however, is carved into the ground. I'm not sure if it's summoned it here or if it's bound here.
Well, either way, I really want to kill this thing and take the treasure.
Yeah, maybe I'll just shatter the whole thing and...
Cave us in?
I'll say...
bury us all. Fuck this.
I'll say...
Get me out of this life.
Be my guest, Professor. This is not a foe that...
You have a magic dagger, don't you?
I look at you and I say, I have a magic dagger, and I was injured in the last battle. I'm not in a huge rush to throw myself into the middle of its welcoming embrace.
And with 4 other companions also moving up to fight this thing?
Hold up, what did I miss? And can I rush it?
Yes, you can, absolutely. Let's all just go. Let's just rush this thing.
Yeah.
I was planning to rush it anyway, but
I think
Jailer's
going to step forward and cast Shatter in the area.
Okay. What's your range? What's your range on Shatter?
Yeah. So Villith will describe
60 feet. I'm not sure if I have to be able to see it or not, though.
Yeah.
Well, could you center it on an area?
You need line of sight to the point that you cast Shatter.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you could probably cast it there.
So I think I want to get right. I think I'm gonna have to get all the way to here.
Okay. The minute you cross this threshold here, I need you to make
be following.
Wisdom saving throw
Yeah,
as the shattering and gibbering loudens and reaches into your brain.
A saving throw. So
Wisdom saves, guys.
Yeah. Ooh, shit.
Ooh,
All right, Sean or Tom and Janlar, you steal your minds to this insanity and the gibbering and the craziness, and you power through it. Sambar, you are overwhelmed by this. I'm just constantly droning into your head. I need you to roll a D8.
I think Rose has to as well.
Did you cross that threshold? Yeah. No, she had a 10. That's a pass. It's a DC 10.
Oh, 10's a pass? Okay.
It's a DC
I thought it was
10.
13.
I failed by 1.
All right.
By 1.
On a 7, You make a melee attack against a randomly determined creature within range.
Build right here.
my
There are
God.
three of
Build
you.
is low.
There are three of you within
What
range.
about
be one.
four
I'm
allies
one.
around you, though, Villith?
So,
what
I am
about...
one.
Tom is 1, Villith is 2,
I'll
Rose
roll
is 3. Roll a d4. On a 4, you hit yourself.
Okay, I'll take that. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
A 3.
That's Villith.
3, of course. Of course.
What else?
Villith? I thought it was Rose.
Make a melee attack against
Okay.
Rose.
Oh, I thought.
With a weapon?
I think it was Villith.
With
Sorry, my
your
bad.
with the weapon you have in hand.
Oh, I failed. It's fine.
Oh.
What do you mean? It's fine.
You, Rose,
I'm
you
scared.
see like Sambar stop and just go, like his eyes roll back into his head. He seems to just lose his mind. He takes out his spear, he shoves it in your face, and then is like, you dodge out of the way, but he still seems like overcome by this madness in front of him. What are you guys doing?
You know what?
Greg, do
4 of
I
us seem
need
to
to
be
make a
okay.
save this time or no?
Yeah, you kind of went out and had a chat for a while. I think you should
Okay.
probably save again.
So yeah, I'll make.
You've come in and out of this effect many times.
Yeah.
Please don't fail, because if you backstab me, I
You
don't
can pass.
Yeah, okay.
So, we
so
seem to be
Villith
mostly
was-
fine.
Villith was walking up, waiting for them to have to deal with this. So can we, as he tries to stab Rose, she kind of shoulder checks him to knock him off balance, and that's part of why he missed her.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
I'm continuing forward. Tom's mind is a fortress. He's gonna go up and get ready to kill this thing.
All right. Tom
Taylor's
moves
casting
forward.
Shatter right here.
All right.
Damn.
I would
You guys,
get
okay.
close, yeah.
Tom moves forward. You are all dealing with the newly maddened Sambar. Janlar, you cast Shatter. A thunderclap erupts in this tunnel. What is the area of effect on Shatter?
10 feet, isn't it?
radius.
Yeah.
Yeah, 10
10
foot
foot
radius.
radius. It doubles in size as the caverns echo this thunderclap. This concussion of sonic force reverberates throughout the cavern. So you started it exactly here.
You're right in the
Put it
center,
right there. Like,
One
just
person
below.
ping for me.
No,
Right
It was still
there.
left of him.
No, right here. Where
Oh.
I'm thinking.
Oh.
Right on that corner.
Yeah, I'm trying not to have.
This
hit
is the
walls.
center.
Yeah, the center.
5, 10.
Exactly, right there.
There.
Yep.
So this is what it would normally be like size-wise, is like 10, right?
Yeah.
And so now it is double that. If I can.
Thank fuck you stayed back to deal with my shit, right?
hmm I mean, I do have an interposing wall. That's kind of the whole point of me going right there.
All right.
You are in a close
Drawing
space.
is so difficult. It is twice that size. It's at 20 feet. Boom.
Yeah.
It looks like Tom just managed to stay outside of the area of effect as the sonic force overlaps and wraps back and forth through this cavern. Please roll 1.5 times damage. So
Oh, wow.
roll your damage, multiply it by 1.5. Nice.
Oh, that
9 points of damage as this sonic clap crushes into the gibbering mouther. As this sound echoes and reverberates through the cavern, Sambar, your mind clears as the gibbering momentarily is shut off before returning once again. Please resave versus your madness.
Wisdom save. 16.
Perfect. You managed to clear your mind, and overcome the effect of the madness. The mouther recoils and flattens against the sound. Everything stops, and then every one of its eyes, its thousands of eyes over its pulsating, moving, fleshy slime, and all of its mouths begin chattering and clapping and rushing again. And everyone needs to roll initiative.
It is 4:06. Do you want to kill it on stream today and go
I
a little
would
long?
like to kill it on stream today.
Okay.
We started a little bit late.
How long do you think it'll take?
You're gonna kill it fast, or y'all gonna die.
Okay.
I like that
Okay.
answer.
Yeah.
It's either going to
Well,
kill
then.
you or you're going to
As
kill
long,
it.
as long as it's not gonna be like a 20. 30
We
minute-
started like 30 minutes late. I don't
Yeah.
know if that's gonna bother y'all. Like, can you finish that stream?
I
or
can
no?
go as long as we go within like 15 minutes. I'm okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm good.
Yeah. I'd like to try to finish this cavern because I know that Millman has to leave for the States.
I'm
so
in
he's
no
not gonna
rush.
join us. Right. For the next few sessions. I'd like to get through
Oh, that's
this
true.
part.
Yeah, I'm not here to tank. Sorry. Fam.
Okay. So, initiative for everyone quickly is
Phyllis has 26.
26 for Villith. Perfect.
13 for Chandler.
4.
4 for Tom.
I go last. Who would have thought? What a surprise!
Well, hold on.
Two.
You can roll a 0 or a 1.
Mm.
It does have negative initiative.
Oh
Oh,
wow! Please bomb it.
4.
Nope.
Oh, I still go before it. Hell yeah!
Ooh, I go before it.
All right, Villith. You have heard the eruption of sound overlapping in here. What do you do?
30, 35, 45. I guess we're just gonna go big or go home.
Okay.
That's it. Balls deep.
Yeah, Villith is just gonna go charging into the room and try and stab this weird ass thing with the magic dagger.
Okay.
1d20 plus. I really wish I still had the hellish rebuke. I'm not gonna lie. 22 should hit.
22 hits.
All right, and then I made a macro. Pow. Oh, wait, how do I? Oh, do I have to make it? Damn it.
No.
Aren't you glad you made that macro?
It takes 14 points of damage. Ugh. As it shitters and screeches at you in thousands of tongues at once. Excellent. That brings us to Janlar. You have shattered this thing with a cacophony of noise. What do you do?
I'm gonna move in a little closer. Cast a Ray of Sickness.
Okay. Uh, 19 hits. It is immune to poison, I'll tell you that out front. But go ahead and roll damage against it as your ray of sickening light engulfs this abomination for 8 points of damage. Alrighty.
And can I use the rest of my move to step over here?
Yes. Yes, you can.
Or no? Okay.
Alright. Now we have, Sambar.
Sandbar.
Hoppa! Let's go. Can I get into range? Does spear have reach?
Should have reach 5, I believe.
Can I reach it from there?
You're not within 5 feet of it.
Oh, well, that's not really reach if it's got 5 foot.
It has 5 foot reach, which is standard, is what I'm trying to tell you.
Oh, okay. I'll throw my axe at it.
Okay, you take your hand axe out and you throw it at the flesh of this creature.
11?
11 hits.
Fuck yeah.
No, that's really bad. That means it has
7.
a lot of HP. If it's that easy to hit, that means it's hard to kill in other ways.
Alrighty. That is a good hit. Your axe sinks in. You see this metal start to corrode and turn and boil as it touches the flesh of this thing, and stays inside of it for more than a brief jab. That brings you to Tom, who definitely has more dexterity than -1.
I am going to walk up to here, and I'm going to cast Radiance of the Dawn. All
Whoa.
enemies inside of 30 feet are going to need to make a Constitution saving throw.
Ooh,
Including the
Constitution.
mimic, if that's what that thing is.
Yeah, if it's a mimic, it's gonna have to save as well.
Yep.
If they pass, they take 11. If they fail, they take 22.
They
That fails.
failed. Yeah, definitely. 22 points of radiant damage. Just cause it is just engulfed
It's just a pulsating
in a
golden
shining...
light. It's not fire. It's like a golden light. that
Yes.
If
Pulsates out.
only you'd rolled that way well against the works.
A column of pulsating golden light just erupts over this thing. Its flesh, it recoils and gets as low to the ground as possible. All of its eyes and mouths closing and opening in rapid succession, trying anything to get itself away from here. On its turn, it does indeed do that. And you notice that it has the ability within 10 feet to just soak into this aberrant, twisted ground that it has walked on. It's pockmarked and soft and spongy, and it just goes into the ground and comes up right underneath. Why can't I grab my token? Right underneath you and pulls up here, in between all of you.
Ooh,
which
that's a good sign.
it spits up a spat of disgusting, gross red bile, and it explodes out in a flash of blinding light between the four of you. I need all of you to make a DC 13 Constitution saving throw, please.
Ooh.
Oh, good. Con saves.
No, I don't.
Made it.
Nice. All of you who fail the con save, you are... excuse me. You are blinded until the end of the Mouther's next turn. And it reaches out with one of its tentacles, and it will attempt to bite...
What was the DC?
DC 13.
13. So you and I failed.
So it's going to attempt to bite Tom. As the
I am
one
going to use a
surrounding it.
reaction then
Okay.
to my flashbang, and it's going to take disadvantage on that attack roll.
It's going to take disadvantage. Excellent.
Aren't you blinded? So don't you have disadvantage then yourself though?
I can't hit it, but I can blind it to make it.
It will miss with a 5 to hit you as it lashes out with its tentacle, but your flash of holy light gets in between it and definitely prevents it from hitting you. Excellent. That brings us to Rose.
Right. Ooh, okay. I will walk over here so I have vision of this thing,
Sure.
if that is enough, and I'm gonna cast Moonbeam on it.
Ooh, nice.
So from the ceiling of the cave, I guess like a dim bluish light hits right in the middle of the...
Absolutely, absolutely.
Unfortunately, I don't think it does anything this turn, so we'll have to wait a
When
little
it
bit.
begins its turn in there, it takes damage, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, perfect. Villith, this thing has attempted to blind you.
It succeeded at blinding
And succeeded. What are
Yeah.
you doing?
because you called it a con, not a dex. So I will pop my good berry that I still have. And I think that's basically all I can do.
All right, you eat a
can't-
good berry.
I can't see it.
Wait.
Well, I mean, I guess I don't need the good berry. I've got health still. I'll save it for stabilizing someone if I need to. Can I attempt to disengage from an enemy I can't see?
Gosh, I don't know. How would you go
Right.
about doing that?
Just do some sort of crazy acrobatic flip.
You're gonna try to acrobatically flip blindly behind you.
Yeah, I'm just going to attempt to disengage and dive 10 feet. To
All right,
my
I think that in order to
right.
do this blindly, we definitely need some kind of acrobatics check. You need to nail some acrobatics here to successfully flippy dip your way out of here.
1d20 plus 3. That's only a 9.
No. You do not successfully disengage. You flail and jump trying to get out of the way, and it whips out a tentacle to bite at you. And it does not have disadvantage on you.
Nope. I tried.
It attacks you with a 17.
Yep.
Its tentacle wraps around and grabs you. You feel thousands of teeth beginning to chew and bite into you. You're gonna take a lot of damage here.
Yeah, I'm unconscious for sure.
You're taking 23
he might be
points
dead.
of
Are you
damage.
dead?
He's dead.
Hang on.
He's
Let's
dead.
find out. I had taken 9. I had 7 left.
You had 7
How much
left?
HP do you have total?
15, 16?
I am dead.
Oh, God.
23 is exactly enough to reduce
Jesus.
the negative my max.
Wow.
Hilariously, if I'd eaten that good berry first, I wouldn't be dead.
You wouldn't be dead. No, you wouldn't have been.
Wow. That
Oh my
sucks,
God.
dude.
Mega oof.
Guys, we're in trouble.
I also have to
No,
admit
we're
I
gonna
didn't
kill this
expect
thing.
those
You're gonna-
23 damage there.
23 is a lot of damage. Yeah, Villet's dead.
Yeah.
That was a high roll.
We gotta kill this thing. It's a little late to run now.
Yeah. Alrighty, that is disappointing, Villith. I am crushed inside a little.
Yeah, I wouldn't be blinded if it hadn't been a con save.
Janlar, it is your turn. What do you do?
I'm gonna continue to cast Ray of Sickness.
All right.
Now at disadvantage because I'm in melee range.
Millman, I wish I had your camera thing so I could gray myself out.
No, it's because I use XSplit as my camera.
I know. Yeah.
If I change the scene, you can see my desktop and what I'm looking at.
So that's a
I think
13.
A
might
13
be.
hits it.
No, it's not.
Should have taken that good berry.
7 points of damage. It begins to wither and shrink, and obviously is very close to the end of its life here. But it holds on and is still withering and moving. Sambar, what do you do?
Seeing my rogue friend go down, I two-hand my spear, and I'm gonna give it a jab.
Okay. 16
16?
hits. Roll 4 or more damage.
9.
You
4.
slay the beast.
Oof.
It was that close to being dead.
Yep.
Yeah, I kind of knew it was a glass cannon the moment he
Yeah.
was like.
I mean, no, we did a lot of damage to that thing. It had a good amount of health.
Yeah, but like the way it was like its AC was low, but it was doing lots of damage, so it had an average health, but fucking huge damage. I was like, yeah, it's a glass cannon, we're fine. Just gotta wail on it before it can wail on us.
Oof.
The creature ceases its gibbering and lays in a puddle of fleshy slime. Its eyes and teeth just protruding and no longer moving. You are alone once again in a silent cavern.
Tom will kind of like clean out his eyes and until he can see again, and he'll like move over to assist Billith and realize it's a little bit too late.
While you're wiping your eyes, I've already dropped my spear and run to Billith. I'm like, come on, breathe for me, and like I'm trying CPR, like just something to get her to move.
Yeah, so I push you away when I get there, and I tried to use spare the dying, but it's already too late. And Tom just kind of like looks for a few moments, realizes once again he can't really feel that bad about the. Oh wait, no. Last time it was Millman, so
Fuck you,
realizes
alright?
yet another companion who he's not too broken up to lose.
This one did pester him a little bit, so I feel like Tom has a little bit of.
I'll like point at the little mate, grab that. I've got her. Let's leave. I'm done
All
with
right.
this one.
Sure. Janlar, can you help me out with sorting what's salvageable from this little treasure pile?
You find most of it has been eaten away by this like corrosive body of the creature. And
As a note, anything would have taken the shatter attack as well, and so it would have had to make a saving
the
throw.
box is broken and shattered beyond repair at this point. But the stuff inside of it that's spilled out here, of the things that aren't burned and broken and mangled too badly by just the time spent with this creature, you see a small glass globe. That is like a heavy one, not like just like empty, like with a ball of glass that is about the size of like a softball or like a grapefruit in your hand. That is just cool to the touch. There's a scroll case that is badly singed, but that you can see is still protecting the delicate paper inside. There is a small crystalline vial that's almost diamond in shaped that has a clear kind of like off-white liquid that is cloudy. Swirling about inside, along with a large length of bullwhip that is corded in leather. It has a big point at the end and an intricately designed handle. that has the shape of like a spike on the end of it, like detailed into the leatherwork. Along with a series of coins that are salvageable and still usable. All that you see imprinted with the patterns of an old kingdom. You've probably seen this before, but the kingdom 1,000 years ago had its own mint that has been worked and adjusted for modern times. But these are the old kind. You find 17 copper, 14 silver, and 10 gold among the usable and salvageable coins.
All right, I got it all noted down.
Alrighty. And with that, your companion has fallen. And this area mostly cleared, although you kind of ignored whatever was down here for a while.
Yeah, well, we'll have to deal with that later because I don't know if we have much left to deal with it.
Okay. All right. And I guess with that, you leave the cave, and we'll try to come back and deal with all of this next time.
Can we, on the way out, so we don't forget, we grab the crystals out of the first 2 golems?
Yes, you find the 2 larger ones have a onyx gemstone as well.
Are they roughly the size as the little ones that we fought, or like the muddy ones?
They're about the same size as the ones that were small, like not the
not as small on it. I have small and not as small as the 2 sizes.
These are the not as small onyx gemstones.
Okay,
correct.
Now we have 5 of them.
Correct.
Small and not as small.
Alrighty. I thought you guys were going to go through this cave a lot faster. I apologize. That took as long as it did. Well, we will convene about Villas' death here, see what we're going to do about it. Millman, this is the last we're going to see of you for a while. Thank you for playing with us here. Your spot will be here when you get back from your awesome trip.
Yeah. I think Chelsea wants me to play, so I'll let you know. It won't be next week, but the week after. I have an open weekend slot, which will be the same time for you guys. So it's not me getting up at 5 a.m.
I think you're going to be a few hours ahead, actually, because
you'll be ahead of us on the West Coast. It'll be a little bit of change, but
yeah, but
so
not
it'll be like
as
2 or 3
drastic as
no,
16
not nearly
hours
as
ahead.
much. Well, that's cool.
Yeah, you'll be starting at like 2 or 3 in the afternoon.
All right, so we might get a weekend or 2 while you're on your trip playing with us. That sounds like a good time. Excellent. Well, anything you all want to say or shout out before we close off the stream then?
Go play Pillars of Eternity because I picked that game back up and it's pretty good. I just remembered like when I picked it back up, like, oh yeah, this is one of my like upper tier RPGs for video games.
Sweet.
If you want to watch an Australian go nuts in the snow and tour a part of America, I will be live streaming as much as I can while I'm there. So you'll see IRL of me. I think we're going to Outback Steakhouse at some point. So I'll be eating burgers and playing in the snow and doing all that sort of stuff. All my links are like Twitch, Twitter, Patreon, and Facebook will all have photos from me doing all the stupid things. And I'm going to try my hardest to do a wife beater photo in every location.
Also, another shameless plug. If you have not listened to the League of Ultimate Questing, I can actually recommend that because I listened to that today. I've only listened to the first episode so far, and I'm not a podcast person, and I've actually been enjoying it. So it is quite nice, very lively characters, nice like narrator, I guess you can call it.
Yeah.
So yeah, and people are really passionate about it. It's good. I like
now
it.
I'm looking forward to it because I've got 12.
You should check it out. See if you like it. Episodes are short enough, you know.
When do you leave, Millman? What day?
I leave Tuesday my time, so you're Monday.
Okay, cool. Because the new episodes come out on Mondays, so episode 6 should come out Monday. You should be able to download.
Then you can put them all on your phone.
Right, you should
Yeah.
be able to download all 6, and then you have something to listen to on the flight from Australia to the U.S.
Right.
Yeah, I stop in Shanghai, and if I miss the last one, I'll download it in China.
There you go.
and then-
Sounds good.
Awesome.
Oh my god! The funny part about Villa's death is I think we're getting more loot from Villa than we have from the adventures that we take.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
totally going to try to take her body back and get her resurrected. So we'll
Get her
see.
studded leather.
I mean-
technically, she has Emily's wings and Gormak's horn on her too. So
Yeah.
she's got bodily remains from those two, which none of you guys actually know about because that was a little one-on-one thing. So you
Yeah.
can
Oh,
technically have Gormak
What
resurrected.
a twist.
All
Well,
right.
I just
Just
think
bring
it's funny.
Gormak back instead.
Yeah.
Oh my
I think a
God.
viable money making strategy is to just have Mike keep sacrificing characters
Yeah.
so we can loot their remains.
All right.
Until he gets a decent statted character, like where he's like, I don't want to die. All right, I've got
Had
two
a
18.
17 and an 18. He had
All
really
right,
good
we're gonna
stats.
go ahead and close the stream off here. We'll discuss your death and what to do with it on the other
Yeah.
side. Thank you all for hanging out with us. We'll see you next week, same time, and we'll pick up the pieces then. Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.